Guys, I want to start off with the video from yesterday, earlier today actually, and show you what I said would possibly happen and how it went down. So take this over. Okay, so let's get back to the charts. I want to just go over what I mentioned and what went down. So ideally, we were looking first off for a failed breakdown of this area, this low, couple lows right set over here, including this one right here. We did not get that. The next setup I suggested would be a direct long off of this recoveries level. Right now, we got exactly that. We actually got a perfect little dip in recovery of that level. Let's go to a 5 minute chart just to see what it looks like in real time. So when we came down, we had been selling for a while. We had sold from 255 to 405 without really much of any bounce. So I'm looking for some type of bounce at some point realistically. No reason not to have one. And in general, I would say we pretty much sold from the high uh, this morning around 1614, and we did not stop for over 60 points almost. So at some point, I'm looking for one of these tests of the level to give me a good response. The price tried to bounce at this level right here around 3 o'clock, 3:15 ish. It went up a little bit and then just sold direct, kept on selling. So at this point, I'm thinking I want to get a long potentially. It's getting to that time of the day around 3:45, 4, when it's a good chance to get a long setup into the evening. So as soon as we got down here and we dipped below a little bit, came back here and then started pushing up, I decided that I was willing to take a long here because of the minimal stop loss. So around 15, 57, 58, I got long. Stop loss about 4 or 5 points below. And then I just let price do its thing. So after almost 1 hour, we just arrived to the reclaim area backtest. And I sold most of my position for a decent profit of about 7, 8 points. And now I'm in a small runner that I'll keep a tight leash on in case we continue to sell down. So just want to show you the power of these levels, why I trust my levels, how I got there, and go from there. So one can clearly see this recoveries level had been a resistance multiple times through the week. We pushed through once into this zone, came back down, and I said overnight if we can recover that, we'd get some decent points. Price clearly respected it, how it went above, trapped some longs, came down below, trapped some shorts, accumulated back around this level again before going up for the high of the day. So in my mind, if we did sell down here, that would produce a decent long. After it gets to the next level, I don't care what it does. I'm just concerned about getting long at the right position. I did that and I move on. So I'm going to work on some of these levels, see if I can find some more efficient levels for the next day or two. Sometimes you don't really need to change levels too much. Quick reminder, white and blue lines are the only ones that matter. They're major levels, blue being macro, oftentimes from years back, white being more recent lines that also sometimes were important years ago as well. So far, I'm just seeing price flagging all day into this area. More selling would be good. I'd love a failed breakdown of this low or these lows. If we don't get below this, then you could take a failed breakdown of this. So either or should suffice. Let's go into a 45-minute chart real quick, see what else we're looking at right now. You could argue that we're kind of flagging in this area below this chart. So let's see real quick while I have you if I can possibly spot anything that looks like it's worthy of my attention. So if I just put this right here right now, let's see what we got here. So generally speaking, not seeing too much right now, but we could be saying that we're consolidating within this area right now. You can see we from here to here bounced off this middle line, came through, hit it from below, came down, bounced out of here, tried pushing through again a couple times until we finally did. Now we hit this resistance and we're headed back down. So maybe I'm going to play around with this, but this could be the current flag since last Thursday, and on a more smaller scale. Really quick, going to 6 hours, just showing you the power of this bull flag that has been discussed in previous videos, and just how I mentioned this for a while, and then when we finally broke out, we went from around 1370, so around 1400, almost to 1622, so over 200 points in just a matter of a week or two alone from there. So let's see what we got. Talk to you guys soon.